As the day rises, we normally wake up and start the farming journey, feeding the chicken, collecting the eggs, giving them the drinking water, taking care of each and everything that is on the farm, animals, garden, everything. So as we start the day, I want to share with you a little bit of things, how I run the farm, how I maintain the growth of the farm, what I use to keep the farm running on low costs. So enjoy with me this farming journey. I raise my chicken the old-fashioned, mostly the local birds, because I don't want to spend much money on them, and I want to get some money from them because they are few in numbers, but they can give me something. I collect eggs from them. I feed them with the growers' feed of the chicks you've seen before. But what makes these chicken lay eggs is I give them the vegetables every day so that they can give me an egg. The organic herbs that I use helps them to keep them healthy in the body, because once the chicken is healthy, it cannot avoid giving you an egg per day. So these ones have challenged me in this rain season. I just give them organic in their drinking water, the aloe vera, and some bitter leaves. I mix them in their drinking water. And I keep their cage very clean, in that they can feel good in their environment. What surprised me, I gave the two older birds that were gifted to me, I gave them the older male chicken, but the chicken that have been hatched from these older birds, they're laying brown eggs, the eggs of layers, these improved layers that we are raising, meaning that if you want to improve on your breed from the local birds or from the croilers, you want your chicken to lay brown eggs, you can get the local bird, you give it the hen or the male chicken from the layers, automatically the chicks will be laying, after raising them, they will be laying brown eggs. And I've seen it, it is automatically. There is an exchange of genes, maybe, whereby the male genes are stronger than the female genes, and at the end of it all, they'll be laying browner eggs. The chicks that have been hatched, they'll be laying brown eggs. If you want that, you can do it. If you want brown eggs from a local bird, you can do it that way. I feed my chicken greens every day so that I can get an egg that has a yellow egg yolk. Actually, my eggs turn to orange. The yolk is orange in color because they eat on fresh greens, a variety. Actually, even if when to treat this chicken, when I mix the herbs all organic in their drinking water, I leave the leaves in their drinking water, in that they can also eat those leaves. So they feed on a variety so that they can lay healthier eggs plus an orange egg yolk. the yam leaves because I have a lot, and sometimes I use squamawich. And in the drinking water, I use onions, I use garlic, I use aloe vera, sometimes I do boil some mango leaves plus guava leaves to treat if they have flu. So I use a variety of organic herbs so that they can cure their body, they can stay healthy, they can improve their immunity, they can keep on making eggs inside, however much I feed them on low costs of feeds with not even much nutrients, because growers feeds, we don't put in a lot of nutrients or protein that make this chicken lay, because the chicks are still growing. Life can be really soft if you start a farm, especially if you don't rely on big numbers of chicken. You start with few number of chicken, a garden, anything that you feel you want. Actually, it's good to start something that you want in life so that you can maintain it with the love that you have on it. If you have nothing, you can start from zero. Starting from zero it means that you have to refill that empty space, but it's not the end of it all. You refill the empty space and start from there. Slowly by slowly, life can move on. It's never too late, even if you're old, even if you're 50, you're 30, you're 70. The moment you change your mind and you want to start afresh, there is no late. If they tell you that you're late, you're not late. You would have done it in the other years. Guys, this is your life. You can start from anywhere. This is my piece of advice. If you want to live a better life, don't let fear keep you from making a decision. Look at the orange egg yolk. It is really amazing. And that is what people want on the market. So if you can produce small eggs, just a tray every day on your farm and sell it, that is a small amount of money, but it can keep your mind bright, and it inspires you to keep pushing, increase on the numbers. So don't fear to start anything. I live on this farm the entire day doing all my work, but what I realized that freedom is not money. Yes, it's peace, happiness, less stress. So if you want peace, you can find it yourself. So I like growing my own food. I like everything that is peaceful, hearing the birds, anything that keeps me calm. I just enjoy it. If I have what to eat tomorrow, I feel better because I know that tomorrow I have to enjoy this meal. The next day I will enjoy this meal, instead of waking up in the morning and think about working that day so that I can get what to eat. That's why I say that my village life is better than the town life, because I can grow at least a variety of food and harvest them, eat them when they are fresh, without chemicals, no stress, no much effort. We get the rain anytime we want. So it is good to stay in the rural setting. I love it. It is also good to start your own life that you want, and it is possible. I remember when I was still working in town, there were days that were really tough. One day, it was a new year, I decided not to cook at home, and I used to cook and pack and take the food. Actually, I woke up in the morning, it was a little bit late, and I decided, I'll eat in town, I'll buy some food. It was a new year. And surprisingly, the money I made that day could not even feed me. The food that I bought in town was very cheap, but the money that I made on that day, I didn't raise the money that I ate, or the food that I bought in town. So I started to think about it. How am I going to live this life for a long time? So actually, on 1st January, I stopped working from town because I realized town life is waste of energy, and actually it is stressful. So choose yours. I'm not saying that you should do what I do, but you also know what you want. When I started farming, yeah, it also has its own challenges, but I swear and I sweared not to go back to town life. Some people fear to change from the older version to a new one, thinking that I'm going to fail. What if I fail? It won't work out. But the truth is, you can't realize that you are trapped until you quit the race. So that is how you can realize that you are stuck for years. Maybe your time is being used for someone else. Your body feels exhausted, but your brain tells you that you have to work more. You have some self-doubts, but you still want to go a step ahead. Everyone needs that. Ladies and gentlemen, escape is not failing. It's a brave idea that will lead you to freedom. I love you all. Let's meet.